The news consumption is changing radically. You got to earn your audience every day. Absolutely.
你如何能吸引读者的对你的故事具有关注，并且去长时间的去观看下来，这都对记者的能力是一个非常巨大的挑战。那么我们认为这个，我认为这样对记者来讲，他的想象力、综合素质，还有独立采访的能力，其实都是一个非常巨大的挑战。
I want the people that watch it to be compelled to understand a character or an issue or the world or all three better than they did before they watched it.
How can I produce something that eventually capture and engage my audiences?
Quality is defined by the finished product. Is it something that engages people? Do people look at it and do they really want to watch it? They can't stop watching it. Is it a compelling story? Have they captured people's attention? And is it beautiful to look at? Because I think we live in a very visual world right now, and we're bombarded with images from all over the place. And so I think that just helps tell a story more powerfully if you can engage people on that level, because we are, human beings, and we do respond to beauty and to strong visual elements.
它当然是这种，你纯文字的他是不喜欢的，屏幕时代嘛，屏幕时代不喜欢纯文字的。互联网上，如果你的文章发出来之后，几千字的、3000字、5000字的文章发出来，分页1、2、3、4、5很多页，那用户网民点完第一页之后，第二页他就不点了，流失率相当之高，他愿意看图片，图片没有声音，对吧？图片是静止的，那么他就看多媒体，多媒体既有声音又有文字，还可以有音乐，还可以有 Flash， 还可以什么都可以有组合，它就像有了话剧，有了戏剧之后，哎，又出来个电影，于是电影的观众永远要超过话剧的。中国一个是世界上人口最多的国家，那么它的新闻受众那肯定也是世界最大的，那么所以它的新闻市场也是最大的，就是不管你是报社，你是电视台，你是互联网网站，那么你的用户数也是都是动不动都是你要门户网站的话，那都是1亿来计。
So who are they actually? Where are they from? What are their values, interests? Are they men? Are they women? What situation are they watching in? Are they watching with a cup of hot chocolate Sunday morning in their bed on their iPad? Are they watching it on the computer instead of working in their cubicle?
It's quite difficult. If you're on an iPad or an iPad app producer or developer, you don't know who's buying your stuff. I mean, you don't have a clue of your audience.
As a digital storyteller, you don't really have an audience to go and look at. If you're a filmmaker, you can go and see the audience in a cinema, but you can't really when it's just out there in cyberspace.
If I could put you in a chair and screen a piece, and have you just say, at a few moments, and as the piece is rolling by, oh wow, or think, oh, did you see that? And then at the end of it, be like, oh, like have to sit and think about what it meant for a minute. Then, that piece is going to find an audience.
We always start with a phase, which we named it understanding. I mean, how good you understand. So, if you're not able to completely put yourselves in the shoes of either, your client or your client's client, you will basically try to push something that a solution that you already have. The best solution is not always the one that involves the highest investment. So it's just about nailing it right.
X percentage of people made it to the end. That's good. Or X percentage of people made it to the end. That's bad. Maybe it should be shorter. Maybe we should do this at the open. Maybe we shouldn't link to this, right? Maybe it's just not good enough or competitive enough with the rest of our content to, for people to watch.
If I did know more about my audience, I don't think it would influence the way I produced the content or the types of story I was doing, because I'm still doing it because I have my own personal mission.
By the way, we'll also put up stories that we think are really important and good that we know will never get the same amount of traffic as some other stories, right? We don't base our editorial decision making, entirely on audience metrics, but we're always paying attention to them.
It used to be you'd see your buddy and say, "Man, you see that movie at night? You did? Great. It was really good, right?" And that was the end of the conversation. Now the first thing you do when you see something amazing is you tweet it. And you got 1,900 people following you on Twitter or whatever it is, If you do something and it doesn't get shared socially, then you didn't do a very good job.
Numbers of hits, numbers of views, very little financial gain. No one's really made a huge amount of money from this, so there's not really a financial success incentive. But certainly in my organization, the pieces that have gained most attention are the ones that have had enormous amounts of hits. And most of those hits have come from outside the media organization's website when it's been placed on the Chinese equivalent of YouTube.
Their social streams, I mean, where are they swimming right now? I mean, where are they at? What are they interested in at this moment?
I think that our audience expects us to bring them credible, trustworthy, original reporting that is fast, that we provide information at a really competitive speed, but that information again is credible, sourced, and I think particularly when it comes to pictures and video, that they know that when they click on a link, that what they're going to see is worth their time.
The firewall and the censors have been able to really kind of look at what is being produced and keep it within those boundaries.
We did a study actually on the awareness of the firewall. Most of the people we spoke to, they're not really interested in what's happening outside China. So as far as they're concerned, the wall, whether it exists or not, really doesn't bother them that much for the general public. Of course, there are those who are very much in the know, or they have seen the light, in depending on how you put it, and they realize there's actually a world beyond the borders or beyond the thing that the government deems appropriate for them to see. For those, they will try to find ways to circumvent the firewall. And for those who are not really aware of, or they can't be bothered, they are just happy with whatever they are watching now on Youku, on Tudou, and on most of the other platforms. I think control access sometimes may not be a very good thing, even though sometimes those people who are controlled, they don't really know they're being controlled. I think that's the sad thing over here.
If you're doing something that's really funny, or if you're doing something really high quality, you got a chance because people are going to post it, they're going to tweet it. If you're doing volume, if you're doing like mediocre coverage, you're noise. You're not really, if someone doesn't tweet your work, does it matter? It's
like people is getting connected all the time. It's amazing to see 15-year-olds with the newest iPhone, on their hands, connected, interacting, in social media outlets. So I think that eventually it's about what matters to you, regardless of technology, regardless of the device.
Pew did a research study on the top news videos in YouTube recently over the past 15 months, I think, to July. And they said some of the most popular stories, as you would expect, would be things like tsunamis and natural disasters. But also there were stories about political upheaval with really strong visual elements. So things like the Arab Spring and whatnot. Things like that people want to see. It's great to read about it and whatnot, but I think there are some stories that are really helped by having that kind of strong visual element. And that's something that multimedia journalism, I think, can really help bring to the fore.